Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sonny makes a life-changing decision, Carly fights for Michael, and Brennan's mess. According to General Hospital spoilers for the week of January 6 to 10th, Alexis Davis will face a conflict of goals. Despite Alexis' efforts to bring Christina Corinthos Davis and Molly Lansing Davis together, her desire to retaliate against Ava Jerome will stand in the way. Sonny Corinthos will also have to do some soul-searching after his most recent medical crisis. Although Sonny definitely has some heart issues that need to be addressed, he will persevere through the crisis and evaluate what his future holds. Alexis dropped an anvil about Sonny leaving the mob, but that won't be simple if retirement is his ultimate goal. That's especially true considering Jason Morgan may be hesitant to step in and take Sonny's place. Of course, there will be some fallout from the catastrophe in Prague. Once Charlotte Cassadine decides which parent she wants to be with, Valentine Cassadine and Lulu Spencer appear to respect her decision. Meanwhile, Sasha Gilmore Corbin will not be leaving Port Charles as planned, but staying will bring new obstacles. Expect some snoopers in the Quartermain family to cause problems in the future episodes. Next, Michael Corinthos and Willow Corinthos' custody drama will take some unexpected turns, but Carly Spencer will be determined to assist Michael achieve a positive outcome. Drew Quartermain will be unable to stay away from Willow as their feelings grow stronger, which we believe will complicate matters and rile Nina Reeves even more. We should also mention that Michael is preparing for his exit in early 2025, so it won't be long until GH writers begin putting the last pieces in place. Some danger may erupt, affecting Michael's tale, therefore there are valid grounds to be concerned. In the meantime, let's talk about Jocelyn Jacks, who will undoubtedly react strongly to Dex Heller's autopsy report. It will undoubtedly feed Jocelyn's desire to find out who killed Dex, therefore she will go to extremes in her pursuit of the truth. Finally, Jack Brennan will become increasingly divided between his personal goals and his growing feelings for Carly. As Carly affects Brennan's heart, he will face some obstacles with the plans he is keeping hidden. According to General Hospital spoilers, the week of January 6 to 10th will bring some surprising news and fierce conflict, so stay tuned for more information on what's coming up in PC. Will Brennan come through for Joss and expose Cyrus as Dex's murderer? According to General Hospital spoilers, Jocelyn Jacks is not going to leave the cops handle the investigation into Dex Heller's murder alone. She wants justice for the man she loves, and she is unlikely to stop until she discovers exactly what happened to Dex and why he was stabbed. While it's possible that it was a random attack, it appears more likely that Dex was particularly targeted by an unknown entity. General Hospital spoilers Jocelyn Jacks suspected Sonny Corinthos. Joss' first thought was to accuse Sonny Corinthos because the two men had bad blood. After all, Sonny recently beat Dex to within an inch of his life at Harrison Chase and Brooklyn Quartermain's wedding celebration. Joss spoke with Sonny over Christmas and does not believe it was either him or one of his men. But Jocelyn knows someone else who may be able to assist. GH spoilers, Jack Brennan and Jocelyn Jacks bonded on Christmas Eve. Carly Spencer invited Jack Brennan to spend Christmas Eve with her family. Jocelyn spent the evening getting to know the WSB field leader. Brennan seemed impressed with Joss, and Joss appeared to enjoy their chat as well. However, Brennan may be able to assist Jocelyn even if he does not admit it. Jocelyn recently asked Brennan if he had access to CCTV footage from Rice Plaza on the day Dex was stabbed. General Hospital spoilers, Jack Brennan lied to Jocelyn about the footage being automatically destroyed after 48 hours. But later, he called into his office and asked for access to the film from that day. He probably didn't want to raise her hopes, which is why he lied about the existence of the tape. While the tape will most certainly provide a clue, it may be Felicia Scorpio's recall of that day that determines whether or not they catch Cyrus for no. Regardless, Joss will be thankful to Brennan for assisting in any manner he could. What are your thoughts? Will Brennan be able to discover who stabbed Dex? Will Joss be appreciative for Brennan's help? Who will ultimately bring Cyrus down? Is Sasha really going to give her baby to Brooklyn and Chase? General Hospital teasers suggest that Port Charles, New York is rife with baby drama. Brooklyn Quartermain and Harrison Chase are desperately trying to conceive but are having no success. At the same time, Sasha Gilmore is pregnant and unsure what to do about it. Do you see what I see? A potential soap opera scenario involving a baby switch-up. Let's take a look at what the writers may be suggesting about for these characters who all live under the Q roof. General Hospital spoilers: Sasha Gilmore has no future with Michael Corinthos. Sasha became pregnant after a one-night encounter with Michael Corinthos, who craved vengeance sex after discovering that his wife Willow Tate had slept with his uncle Drew Quartermaine. Now Sasha is pregnant and unsure what to do or who to tell. Adding to the speculation, Duell is departing the program and the role will not be recast. Is Sasha ready to become a single mother? GH spoilers: Brooklyn Quartermaine and Harrison Chase are not having any luck. Meanwhile, BLQ is becoming concerned about her inability to conceive. What if she finds out she is unable to carry a baby to term? There are other choices available, including as adoption and surrogacy. It would be quite convenient if a kid became available at the same time that BLQ discovered she could not carry a child. General Hospital spoilers: will Sasha Gilmore make a sacrifice? We're speculating here, but consider the possibility that Sasha's baby will have BLQ. How could this happen? It is possible that Sasha, BLQ, and Chase will agree on either an open or closed adoption. However, there are other soapy possibilities. It is not the first time a baby is born and ends up with another mother. Willow is one example. GH spoilers: what happens next in Port Charles, New York? Then, something catastrophic could happen, resulting in Sasha's death and BLQ and Chase raising her baby. Tell us, GH fans, do you think it's strangely convenient that Sasha and BLQ are both concerned about their babies at the same time? Could there be a plot twist regarding Sasha's kid in 9 months? General Hospital spoilers: Lucy Coe's risky deal with Jen Sidwell leads to dangerous waters. Port Charles is no stranger to instability, and Jen Sidwell's presence promises to add a fresh layer of intrigue and danger. As Sidwell adjusts to his new circumstances, he will swiftly attract the notice of Lucy Coe, the ever-present opportunity. Lucy, a clever businesswoman and social butterfly, has a talent for identifying potential in people and their wallets. Lucy's eye for opportunity. Lucy has always been passionate about deception, her creation that has grown into a prominent beauty brand. However, for Lucy, good enough is never enough. She wants to turn deception into a global powerhouse, and when she meets Sidwell, his riches and influence make him the ideal choice to help her achieve that goal. Lucy does not waste time getting to work. Armed with her charm and humor, she approaches Sidwell and presents her vision for deception's future. Her passion is contagious, and Sidwell is drawn in not only by her business proposition, but also by Lucy herself. Sidwell's hidden agenda. While Lucy's motivations for soliciting Sidwell's investment are clear, Sidwell's motivations for engaging with deception are more ambiguous. Sidwell isn't exactly a trustworthy man, with a history of questionable transactions and unscrupulous connections. He recognizes Lucy's desire and dedication, yet she may be viewed as a pawn in his broader plan. Behind the scenes, Sidwell's involvement in Port Charles goes beyond business. He's said to have ties to underground activities that compete with Sonny Corinthos' business. By allying with deception, Sidwell has a legitimate front for whatever plots he's hatching in the background. Warnings from friends and colleagues. As Lucy gets closer to Sidwell, her friends and colleagues at Deception become increasingly concerned. Maxie Jones, ever the pragmatist, advises Lucy about the dangers of being engaged with someone like Sidwell. Brooklyn Quartermaine, who has dealt with morally dubious males in the past, also advises caution. "You're playing with fire, Lucy," Maxie warns during a heated argument. Sidwell isn't just a rich guy looking for a business deal, he's trouble, and you know it. Lucy, always assured in her abilities to handle any scenario, dismisses their fears. "Don't worry, I've got this under control," she says. But her desire to see Deception succeed may blind her to the storm building on the horizon. Business turns personal. As Lucy and Sidwell continue to collaborate, the boundaries between business and pleasure become increasingly blurred. Lucy's charisma and confidence fascinate Sidwell, and Lucy, despite her better judgment, is drawn to his enigmatic charm. However, Sidwell's interest in Lucy quickly takes a darker turn. What begins as harmless flirtation quickly turns into obsession, with Sidwell growing more possessive. Lucy, first charmed by the attention, realizes that Sidwell's adoration has strings attached, dangerous ones. A web of danger. The power players in Port Charles are aware of Sidwell's presence. Sonny Corinthos, ever wary for any challenges to his domain, directs a stealthy investigation into Sidwell's activities. The more Sonny's crew investigates, the more they learn about Sidwell's illicit activities, including possible links to international arms deals and money laundering. Meanwhile, Lucy is stuck in the middle. Her once bright vision for deception's future fades as Sidwell's demands become increasingly unrealistic. He forces her to cut corners and make unsafe decisions, all the while drawing her deeper into his perilous world. Lucy's moment of reckoning. The turning point occurs at a high-stakes business event, when Sidwell's true colors are revealed. An incident with a rival reveals Sidwell's violent tendencies, leaving Lucy scared. Lucy feels she is in over her head as Maxie's warnings resound in her mind. Lucy, determined to protect herself and deception, begins to plan her escape from Sidwell's hands. She confides in Sonny, asking for his help in breaking off links with the risky investor. However, breaking free from Sidwell will be difficult, especially as his obsession with her grows stronger. The fallout. As Sidwell's grasp on Lucy tightens, tension in Port Charles rises to a boiling point. Sidwell's nefarious dealings brought him into conflict with Sonny, laying the groundwork for a potentially fatal clash. For Lucy, the event serves as a sharp warning of the dangers of combining business and pleasure. While she is eager to rebuild deception and move forward, the scars from her encounter with Sidwell will remain, acting as a warning to anybody lured by the allure of easy money. What is next for Lucy and Sidwell? The next weeks will bring more twists and turns as Sidwell's presence continues to upset life in Port Charles. Will Lucy be able to escape Sidwell's hazardous web, or will his infatuation lead to tragedy? One thing is certain, the aftermath from this plot will have long-term consequences for everyone involved. Stay tuned for more drama and peril as General Hospital continues. General Hospital spoilers, shocking revelations, and twists ahead. The drama in Port Charles continues to heat up with surprising disclosures, intense confrontations, and life-altering choices. Here's a detailed look at what's next for your favorite characters. Sasha's secret stuns Michael. Sasha Gilmore Corbin has been struggling with a significant secret, and she finally decides to confess to Michael Corinthos. During an emotionally tense conversation, Sasha confesses she is pregnant. Michael's disbelief swiftly turns to concern as Sasha argues that no one should know he's the father. Sasha is desperate to keep the pregnancy a secret, fearing the consequences for her life and Michael's family. Michael reluctantly agrees to protect her secret, but imposes his own conditions. If you're staying in Port Charles, you need support, Michael insists. You can't do this alone. Sasha hesitates before agreeing to reconsider her plans to travel for the Hamptons. As their chat progresses, it becomes evident that unresolved feelings exist between them, complicating this arrangement even more. Drew proposes to Willow. Drew Quartermain approaches Willow Corinthos at Metro Court and makes an unexpected suggestion. With tensions growing in their personal lives, Drew suggests a trip to Washington, D.C. It's a mix of business and a chance to clear your head, Drew says. Willow is apprehensive at first and wonders if Drew has ulterior motivations. Their talk takes a poignant turn when Drew discloses that he has been fighting to find balance since Sam's death. I just think we both need a change of scenery, Drew says, his vulnerability taking Willow by surprise. Will she take this risk with Drew, or will her devotion to Michael and unresolved emotions hold her back? Ava's desperate plea. Ava Jerome is on a mission to regain control of her life, beginning with the divorce settlement. After Alexis Davis slammed the door in her face during their previous encounter, Ava returns, determined as ever. She knocks constantly until Alexis unwillingly allows her in. I need your help, Ava says, her voice filled with urgency. She begs Alexis to reconsider the conditions of the deal, citing her ongoing custody struggle with Sonny Corinthos over Avery. As a mother, you understand what it's like to fight for your child, Ava tells me. Alexis listens but remains strong. I'm sorry, Ava, Alexis responds. You're going to have to find another way. Dejected but not beaten, Ava departs Alexis' office, determined to devise a new plan. Her determination paves the way for a possible partnership with an unexpected ally. Chaos in Prague. Meanwhile, in Prague, tensions rise as Valentine Cassadine battles with Lulu Spencer and Dante Falconeri. Valentine enters at the cafe where Charlotte Cassadine is spending time with her mother, just to cause havoc. "She's staying with me," Valentine announces. Lulu contends that Charlotte deserves a stable life at Port Charles, free from the perils of Valentine's fugitive lifestyle. Their conversation is cut short as a sniper fires a shot through the cafe window. Chaos follows as everyone scrambles for cover. Dante protects Charlotte, and Valentine instantly drags Lulu to safety. Valentine's enemies are closing in, and the family's safety is at risk. Sonny's medical crisis. Back in Port Charles, Sonny Corinthos is dealing with a personal problem. After falling at his boxing gym, Sonny feels vulnerable and alone. Sonny clutches his chest in pain as he tries to grasp his phone. Who will come to his rescue in this crucial moment? The event acts as a sharp reminder of Sonny's mortality, forcing his loved ones to confront the potential of losing him. This health scare may drive Sonny to reconsider his objectives and the perilous lifestyle he leads. Anna's confrontation with Brennan. Anna Devane finds herself in a furious confrontation with Jack Brennan, a guy whose motivations are as opaque as his presence in her life. "Stay away from Emma," Anna cautions, her tone harsh and determined. When Brennan refuses to back down, the situation worsens. Anna's rage erupts as she tastes Brennan to restrain him. This dramatic interaction suggests deeper secrets and unresolved tensions. What is Brennan's true plan, and how far will Anna go to defend her family? The fallout and what comes next. As the week progresses, the lives of Port Charles residents grow more entwined, with secrets, friendships, and betrayals determining their fate. Sasha's pregnancy will present unanticipated hurdles as she and Michael navigate their complex relationship. Drew and Willow's probable vacation to Washington, D.C. could lead to new opportunities or complicate matters more. Ava's unwavering pursuit of justice may lead her to establish an unsettling partnership with someone equally motivated to bring Sonny down. Valentine's hazardous predicament in Prague could have long-term ramifications for his family. Sonny's health crisis will compel him to face his vulnerabilities, redefining his role in Port Charles. Anna's battle with Brennan will reveal a new threat, drawing others into her fight. Michael's request to Jason. As Michael prepares to leave Port Charles, he meets with Jason Morgan for a poignant talk. The two have a strong friendship built over years of loyalty and family ties. During their encounter, Michael expresses his deepest concern for Sasha and their unborn child. While Michael reassures Jason that Sasha is strong and capable, he expresses concern about leaving her without a stable support structure. "Jason, you've always been the one person I could count on," Michael says, his voice steady but emotional. "I want you to look after Sasha and my kid. Not as a father, but as someone capable of protecting, guiding, and keeping them safe." Jason, ever stoic and faithful, hesitates. While he has always been a protector, the prospect of taking on a father role for Michael's child is alien. Jason, however, pledges to be there for Sasha in whatever capacity she requires. "I'll do whatever it takes, Michael," Jason pledges. "You can count on me." Sasha's struggles. Meanwhile, Sasha is dealing with the realities of becoming a single mother while carrying the burden of her convoluted past. Haunted by past losses and her fight with addiction, she is desperate to provide a secure and caring environment for her child. However, Sasha's resolve is tested when she overhears whispers in Port Charles about Jason taking Michael's position. At first, Sasha is outraged. She approaches Jason in the Corinthos gym, her voice shaking with wrath and vulnerability. "Do you think I need a babysitter, Jason? Can someone hold my hand as I figure this out?" she demands. Jason, ever cool, explains that his responsibility is just to be available if she needs him. "Michael asked me to make sure you're not alone in this," Jason tells me. "That's all." Sasha's boundaries progressively break as she sees Jason's intentions are genuine. The two create an odd friendship, with Jason providing quiet support as Sasha deals with doctor appointments, baby preparations, and the mental anguish caused by Michael's departure. Unexpected complications as Sasha's due date near, additional challenges emerge. A mysterious visitor begins to follow her movements, heightening Jason's suspicions. With his instincts on high alert, Jason conducts an investigation and discovers that the stranger is linked to a rival crime syndicate seeking leverage over the Corinthos family. Jason transports Sasha and the baby to a safe spot. The isolation and high stakes draw them closer together, resulting in moments of genuine vulnerability. Sasha discusses her anxieties about parenting and the pain of losing Michael, while Jason considers his own regrets and the sacrifices he has made for those he loves. A twist in the tale as the threat to Sasha grows, Jason's commitment is tested. The rival syndicate issues an ultimatum: give up control of a lucrative Corinthos shipment or face dire consequences. Jason is divided between protecting the family business and keeping Sasha and the baby safe. In a final encounter, Jason outmaneuvers the syndicate with the help of Sonny Corinthos and an unexpected ally, Brooklyn Quartermain, who utilizes her contacts to acquire information. The menace has been neutralized, but not without a cost. Jason is seriously injured during the last confrontation, leaving Sasha to care for him while he heals. A new beginning. By the time Sasha's kid is born, she and Jason have formed a strong bond of mutual respect and affection. Jason is present in the hospital, standing beside Sasha as she welcomes her son into the world. The occasion is bittersweet, filled with both delight and Michael's lingering absence. Sasha demonstrates her dedication and competence as a mother in the coming weeks. With Jason's gentle support, she begins to reconstruct her life, discovering power she had never known she possessed. Jason, for his part, continues to comply with Michael's request, becoming a trusted presence in Sasha's life without overstepping his boundaries. The future. As the dust settles, Sasha and Jason's lives diverge yet remain entwined. Sasha focuses on raising her son and advancing her career, while Jason resumes his job in the Corinthos organization. Though their voyage together was unexpected, it had a long-lasting impact on both of them. For Sasha, Jason's unfailing support becomes the foundation of her newfound strength. For Jason, the incident reminds him of the value of family and the extent he will go to defend those he cares about. As General Hospital continues to weave its complicated web of drama and intrigue, one thing is certain: the friendships formed under tragedy are frequently the strongest. Fearful discoveries and friendly advice. Monday, December 30th, 2024. Elizabeth Baldwin entered the hospital conference room with a tight knot of apprehension in her stomach. The setting was not unusual. She had previously been before hospital review boards, but something felt odd today. Portia Robinson and Terry Randolph, her valued colleagues and co-chiefs of staff, sat at the head of the table. However, she was joined by a third visitor, a stern-faced man dressed in an unfamiliar suit. "What is going on?" Elizabeth inquired, her tone firm but tinged with mistrust. "I thought this was an informal review." Portia offered her a reassuring smile, but it did not reach her eyes. "Liz, we just need to ask you a few questions about a pattern we've noticed." "Is there a pattern?" Elizabeth's heart raced. "Several patients under your care have had unexpected outcomes," Terry softly intervened. Elizabeth's breath caught. She had always prided herself on her meticulousness, but she couldn't deny that the stress of the previous year had taken its toll. Before she could react, the man in the suit, a hospital lawyer, leaned in. "Ms. Baldwin, if you are uncomfortable, you have the right to bring representation," he stated. "I'm not answering any questions until I understand what's going on," Elizabeth said firmly. Meanwhile, Isaiah Gannon found Lucky Spencer at the boxing gym. Lucky had been trying to support Elizabeth from a distance, but he felt powerless to help her through her hospital issues. Isaiah's suggestion was simple yet effective: be there for her. Don't leave her to face this alone. Christina Corinthos Davis was having a talk with Lucas Jones inside Charlie's pub. She had been looking for answers regarding her late father Julian's secrets when she came across an old photograph of Lucas and infant Wiley. "Julian kept a lot of things hidden," Lucas admitted with a sigh. "But whatever you're looking for, make sure it's worth dredging up the past." Later, Ava Jerome sought Laura Collins' counsel in reclaiming her stolen riches. You've always been good at navigating Cassidy's schemes, she added. Laura, however, had a grave expression. Ava, you're up against forces that I can't control. Be careful. Meanwhile, Trina Robinson took Kai Taylor to the Jerome Gallery, anxious to show her favorite painting. This piece reminds me of you, she admitted, her cheeks flaming. Every time I look at it, I see something new. Kai smiled and leaned in closer. Then it's perfect, he mused. Encore episodes bring reflection on Tuesday, December 31st, 2024. New Year's Eve included an encore program from earlier in 2024, which reminded fans of significant moments. Tracy Quartermain's weekend resolve and Laura's commitment struck a deep chord as viewers remembered the stakes of their individual missions. Meanwhile, Anna Devane and Robert Scorpio's partnership demonstrated the enduring strength of friendship and teamwork. Jason Morgan's guarded talk with Jack Brennan paved the way for his future actions, while Brooke Lynn and Chase's emotional exchange pulled at the heartstrings. More memories rekindled, Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. On New Year's Day, Carly Spencer's heated meeting with Brennan was showcased again. Portia's concern, as well as Terry's resolute defense, served as reminders of General Hospital's ongoing troubles. Elizabeth's doubts matched her own problems, while Curtis Ashford's wisdom emphasized the value of family and resilience. Frustrated mothers and shocked husbands, Thursday, January 2nd, 2025. In Prague, Lulu Spencer paced uncomfortably while waiting for Charlotte Cassadine. When Valentine came, his arrogant demeanor fueled her rage. Charlotte deserves to come home with me, Lulu pleaded. She needs stability, not life on the run. Valentine's eyes narrowed. Do you think Port Charles is safe? Charlotte has gone through enough. She stays with me. Their discussion was cut short when Dante Falconeri appeared. You're not taking her anywhere, Valentine hissed, his fingers moving to his jacket. Before anyone could respond, a shot shattered the cafe window, causing panic. Back in Port Charles, Michael Corinthos was taken aback by news that jeopardized his carefully laid plans. Meanwhile, Anna Devane escalated her dispute with Brennan, issuing a terrifying threat. If you come near my family again, you won't live to regret it, she told you. Ava Jerome sought Alexis Davis's assistance after being rejected by Laura. You're my last hope, Ava begged. Alexis' expression was unreadable as she contemplated Ava's frantic appeal. Meanwhile, Drew Quartermain sent Willow Corinthos an unexpected invitation. Come to DC, join me, he pushed. We can make a fresh start. Futures contemplated and decisions made, Friday, January 3rd, 2025. Sonny Corinthos sat in his darkly lit office, a tumbler of whiskey untouched on the desk in front of him. The recent crash at the boxing gym had left him more shaken than he wanted to acknowledge. As he stared at his reflection in the glass, Sonny began to wonder about his future. Could he continue living this high-stakes life, or was it time to take a step back? In Prague, Charlotte Cassadine made a brave decision. I want to go with Mom, she said, her voice shaking but determined. Valentine's jaw tensed, but before he could react, Lulu came forward. We're leaving now, she said in a firm tone. Back in Port Charles, Michael Corinthos made his next move. He used his influence to gain an advantage over Drew and Willow. If they think they can outmaneuver me, they're sorely mistaken, the man said. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan rejected a rich offer because his intuition warned him of concealed perils. Thanks, but no thanks, he replied firmly. At the same time, Sasha Corbin told Felicia Scorpio about her plan to leave Port Charles. I need a fresh start, she explained. Felicia nodded, indicating her understanding. Sometimes, stepping away is the only way to find yourself again. As the week ended, the residents of Port Charles faced uncertain futures, their lives interwoven in ways that promised both danger and opportunity. Tensions simmered beneath the surface in Port Willow, a bustling town. Jocelyn Dane, a fiercely driven young lady, finds herself at the center of an unfolding mystery, the strange death of her close friend, Declan Harper. Though the police had deemed Declan's death an accident, the autopsy report revealed a different scenario, sparking Jocelyn's unwavering quest of the truth. What began as a search for answers quickly turned into a dangerous addiction, altering her life irreversibly. The unsettling discovery. Jocelyn's hands trembled as she read over the autopsy report for the third time that evening. Her heart was racing with disbelief and wrath. The declared cause of death was a strong cocktail of undetectable poisons, indicating foul play. Declan's promising career as a community leader had been cut short, and Jocelyn felt certain it was no accident. "This can't be right," she said, walking around her modest flat. Her mind raced, linking fragmentary conversations and events that had led up to Declan's death. She remembered his cryptic warnings about something big that he was unearthing. Declan had been investigating corruption among the local corporate elite, but he had declined to reveal specifics due to worries about her safety. Jocelyn swore to find out the truth, driven by a combination of sadness and determination. Enlisting allies. The next morning, Jocelyn met with her closest confidant, Liam Fraser, a tech-savvy detective with a talent for uncovering secrets. She slipped the autopsy report across the table as they drank coffee at their favorite cafe. "I need your aid, Liam. Declan's death was not accidental." "Look at this," she pushed. Liam adjusted his glasses and scanned the document. His eyes expanded as he absorbed the information. "This is unsettling. These toxins are not only difficult to detect, but also nearly impossible to trace back to their source. Someone wanted this to appear natural." "Exactly. Declan had a big idea, and it cost him his life. We need to figure out what," Jocelyn emphasized. Liam gave a reluctant nod. "Okay, I'll start looking at his recent activity. But you have to be cautious. Whoever did this would not hesitate to come after you if they believe you pose a threat." The trail of secrets. Jocelyn and Liam's inquiry led them to Declan's scrupulously kept journal, which was concealed behind a loose floorboard in his flat. Each entry revealed more about his investigation into a powerful syndicate based in Port Willow. The names mentioned, Harrison Wells, a wealthy developer, and Regina Morneau, a well-known attorney, sent shivers down Jocelyn's spine. These weren't individuals to be taken lightly. As they pieced together the clues, Jocelyn's determination grew. Declan's final entry suggested a meeting at the Old Docks, an area known for its shady connections. Confronting the darkness. Determined to learn more, Jocelyn went to the docks alone one evening, despite Liam's protests. The air was thick with the stench of salt and decay, and the cracking of rusty metal heightened the eerie ambience. She carried a little recorder in her pocket, prepared to record any incriminating evidence. As she got closer to the meeting location mentioned in Declan's journal, she caught snatches of a heated debate. Harrison Wells' deep voice was distinctive. "We've taken care of the loose ends. Nobody will track it back to us." Jocelyn's breath tightened. Declan had been silenced to keep their secrets. Her heart pounded as she leaned in closer, wanting to hear every word. Suddenly, a hand clamped across her mouth. She resisted, but her assailant, a big man with cold eyes, dragged her away from view. "You shouldn't have come here," he growled. Narrow escape. Jocelyn thought swiftly and stamped on his foot, jabbing her elbow into his ribs to break free. She dashed through the maze of cargo containers, her heart racing in her ears. She could hear shouting and hard footsteps coming from behind her. Liam suddenly emerged in his automobile, screeching to a halt in front of her. "Get inside," he yelled. Jocelyn jumped into the passenger seat without hesitation, and they drove off into the darkness. They returned to Liam's flat and reviewed the recording Jocelyn had captured. While it was not enough to indict anyone, it did reinforce her suspicions. A crossroads for vengeance. As the days stretched into weeks, Jocelyn's pursuit absorbed her. She could not sleep, eat, or concentrate on anything else. Her anguish turned into a burning yearning for justice, or even vengeance. Liam became increasingly anxious for her well-being. "Jocelyn, you should think about what happens next. We have some evidence, but confronting people like Wells and Morneau could get you killed," Liam said. "Declan deserves justice." Jocelyn snapped, "I can't let this go." Liam sighed. There is a distinction between justice and revenge. Do not lose yourself in this. But Jocelyn had already passed the point of no return. She began planning her next step, which would put her face to face with those responsible for Declan's killing. The final confrontation. Jocelyn tricked Wells and Morneau into going to an abandoned warehouse using an anonymous tip. She faced the pair, armed with a hidden camera and a burning desire to expose them. "You thought you could get away with murder," she accused, emerging from the shadows. Wells sneered. "And who will believe you? Is a sad girl playing detective?" Jocelyn held up the camera. "This isn't only for me. It's for Declan and everyone else you've harmed." Before she could react further, the burly man from the docks approached, pointing a revolver at her. However, Liam, who had been watching the scenario from the outside, burst in with the cops. The authorities captured Wells and Morneau, and Jocelyn fell in relief. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.